Move on, man. We'll get back to where we were. We was talking about the team. We was talking about Irv at the time. So next up, let's just get into the game real quick. The actual players of the game were the impact players of the game were Irv Mulligan. He had 18 carries, 187, one touchdown. And then Travis Terrell, man, 205 all-purpose yards, man, 2 touchdowns. Let's talk about Travis Terrell real quick.
Man, look, I almost took the first time he touched the ball, man. I almost made a house call on the punt return. Called it at about the 47-yard line. Got tackled at the, I believe it was like the 19-yard line. Made a short field, and man, the kid is awesome. Kid is a true freshman, and like we told you guys, we feature recruiting all the time, and this guy, he's one of the gems of this freshman class. And again, man, look, SWAC freshman of the year, it ain't even close. Freshman All-American, should be on the Jerry Rice watch list. But man, just awesome job. And he's been consistent, Ken. He's been consistent since he got on campus in fall practice. I mean, from the first game to now, man, he's been consistent all season. And he's just gotten better over each game over the season, right?
Right.
And, yeah, I still think his best is yet to come this season. I really do.
I didn't get a chance to speak on Irv.
Oh yeah, that's right. Both of y'all can actually. I got thrown off. Fire away, bro.
Congratulations to that young man. I mean, all he do is step on the field and ball. He's a feisty, tough, hard-nosed, blue-collar young man that bring his lunch pail to work every time he step on the field. And man, I am so honored to have that young man on the team, and his production is outstanding. And again, I still have a lot of respect for the way he go by carrying his teammates, even when he in the press conference, the way he speak on his team and upholds his team. And he give credit to what the credit is due, which is the offensive line for doing their job. Because like he said, one for those guys up front, he won't be able to do what he do. But once they do what they do and they give him that crease, he makes a lane. And he hard to bring down. I think, I've been evaluating and asking myself for a while, I say, is Irv a pro? Irv is a pro, man.
He is.
No doubt about it. In the right team, and again, it's just like so many of these players in the hand of the right team coach, the young man could be extraordinary. So I'm happy to have Irv on the team. He should win. I think he's a high candidate for SWAC Player of the Year. He definitely should be, especially not playing 2 games, and to do what he's doing is magnificent. So congratulations to him in the offensive line, as well, saying as the person that touched the ball, he was trying to make sure that he get the handoff Jacobian. Shout out to those 3 entities of the team that making Irv do the things that he do. Because once he get the ball and getting up in the field, then he's definitely going to try to run somebody over. So hard-nosed player, man. Congratulations to him, and definitely for being, selected to go to the Legacy Bowl. Well deserving, and it's much more to come. The job is not done yet, Irv. You got a few more games, brother. Let's get it done. We know you got 1,000 in you. As far as my man Travis Terrell, Mr. Audi TT himself, man, that dude got so many gears, boy. You don't know, I mean? That dude can start off in third, King. If you drive a stick, you got to start off in first. That young man can start off in third, wide open. So every time he touches the ball, man, it's exciting. He have a chance to take it to the house. Again, I am extremely honored to have him on the team. He's a diamond in the rough. And he finally did something that I can honestly say opposed to for all season. Mm-hmm. And then break one up the middle. He broke one up the middle for a touchdown. So congratulations to that offensive line again for making that home for him to squeeze through and go ahead on in the end zone. I love to see this young man play. He's very exciting, and he called Jackson home. So congratulations to both of these players. I'm honored and glad that they both in Jackson State uniform. and hope we can keep them for time to come, man. So shout out to them, and they deserve everything that they get. And Travis Terrell is on the Jerry Rice awards list, and the young man should get it. A true freshman, go for it, man.
Go ahead, Zoe.
And look, in the words of Jeezy, Irv Mulligan got diarrhea flow. I mean, it is what it is, man. Look, I mean, he been consistent with it all year, man. I mean, and I for one wish we would have got 200 yards. You know what I'm saying, on this previous game. But look, we try and preserve the trade. You know what I'm saying, and like I said, we're gonna do his thing this weekend and next weekend and in the swag championship. But I can tell you we won't get them 20 carries or more. But we're gonna save that for Atlanta. But yeah, man. Look, I mean, Irv has been doing what he's doing. I just my only regret, man, is he didn't start the first 2 games of the season because man, Irv, I believe, could have easily got 1,700 yards this year. A healthy Irv in those 2 games, and then gotta remember, well, Ken and I know he was going to pitch count those first 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
I knew as well.
And so again, you go into getting, the right number of reps. You know what I'm saying? The first 5 games of the season. I mean, he should easily be at about 1,300 yards right now. Seriously.
Absolutely, I agree.
Right now. So, and you talking about 2 more games, and he's averaging 13 yards a game right now, and that's on limited carries. I mean, kid's phenomenal, man. I mean, he actually really could have had a very, very, very special season in the regular season for Jackson had he been healthy these first 2 games. So, but kudos to him, man. He doing what he do. Like I say, got diarrhea flow. It is what it is.
I like it. Let's move to the defensive side of the ball, man. Jeremiah Williams, John Brown Jr., 2 Mississippi kids. Jeremiah Williams by Holmes County Central. And, of course, John Brown Jr., Provine High School in Jackson. John Brown had a really good game, 5 total tackles, 4 solo, 1 tackle for loss. Jeremiah had 4 total tackles, 2 solo, 1 sack, and a 1.5 tackle for loss, man. Defensive line was doing pretty good, man. You saw him in the backfield. Josh Nobles, of course, Field Webb. And shout out to Day, man. One of the coolest interceptions I've seen all season. Laying down. But this defense did what they needed to do. 4 straight games, not allowing a point in the second half, man. So, shucks, man. Shout out to the second half dark side. It's pitch black. It's the black hole. It's black hole on in the second half for this team now, for this defense now, man. But shout out to both Jeremiah Williams, Brandon Baxter, KC-1400, and obviously John Brown for their work and their performance on Saturday.
Yeah, 4 straight games without any points allowed in the second half is a very unique stat. I don't think I've ever heard of that before in football. Not saying that it hasn't happened. I hadn't heard of it. And for those guys to change the game and do what they do in the play, the change that the coaches make at halftime or the adjustment that they make, showing that they're paying off. Congratulations to Jeremiah Williams. The young man has been solid since he's been at Jackson State. I wanted to definitely see more, of him, doing his thing this year. But I finally got a chance to see something that I was wondering. How would he play if he had a guy, a bigger guy beside him? He and True always double team and work together, and they are a really good combination. But I know a lot of times Jeremiah get double teamed. So I wonder if you had a bigger guy with them at times and that other guy got double teamed, how would Jeremiah do with his one-on-one? And he showed us on Saturday what would happen if he had that one-on-one. So when they put Lacey and Bowie, different and Martin in there with him, he was able to get off. I mean, his hustle, his motor. I mean, he don't stop. He'll run sideline to sideline with you to be a big guy. So he gets up the field. I think he's another guy that should, if they really look at his stats in the way, he do things he should get some high honors. So congratulations to him. This is the first honor I think this season, and like I said, he's been lights out since he's been at Jackson State. So real deserved. He's a leader. He's a captain. He get focused, and he became more of a voice of the team, this year. So congratulations to Jeremiah for his game on Saturday. And John Brown, I seen flashes of how good he can be. He never been able to be in the game more than one or two plays, to really get started and get warm. One thing about a defensive lineman I know, when they start getting sweaty and they get oily, that's when they're at their best. No, I'm serious, because they're hard to grab. I mean, they feeling good. And for them to be like that, I mean, they adrenaline up, they're rushing, and they on a mission. This was senior day. John Brown was in Jackson, his home city, and he had something to prove. And a young man did it, and I am happy that he received an honors this week, because he showed out in front of his hometown, in front of his family, and in front of the fan. So congratulations to John Brown and Jeremiah for their achievements on last week's game. You still, again, like I said with Irv and Travis Terrell, you still have several more games to go. So refuel the tank. Let's get back at it Saturday.
I'm responding. It's a lot of people that's still trying to figure out. If you don't have a Twitter account, see, TD wouldn't even be able to watch the show, man. It wouldn't froze up. So just so y'all know, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna clip out this last portion and I'll drop it on YouTube tomorrow for those that. Because if all you have is YouTube, you wait a minute. No, it's cooked right now. I'm asking. But anywho, let's get into the SWAC players of the week. We had 2 players on the SWAC player of the week this list.
What was your thought on that D, Ken?
Oh no, I just I mean, I really was happy to see Jeremiah get off and also John. I think John finally had a game that he'd been looking to have. We rotate a lot of guys on defense, man, and D-line moves around quite a good bit. Jeremiah was a force, man. We're gonna need to see more of that in this coming up weekend, because Alabama State, they can rush the ball pretty well and got a serviceable quarterback back there. So they lived in the backfield, man. I was just happy to see them, have good games, man. I know it's the defense is so spread around, man. The love is spread around so thin, man, that you may not get one of them games where you get 10, 12 sacks or 10 to 12 tackles. I mean,
damn.
Yeah, 10, 12 sacks in the game gonna be crazy, bro. My bad. That's my bad on that, but that's my thoughts on it, man. That's my thoughts on it. I'm proud of Jeremiah and John.
Greater player.
Well, you got that thing. Hey, it's 12 minutes on rookie. See that? All they got to do is type Twitter link in the internet. You do not have to have an account to watch. My bad, big dog. Appreciate you for letting me know. So TD, you have to do the internet version of it. So y'all put it out there. Let them know we live on Twitter. I will drop it on the YouTube later on. I'll drop it on there tomorrow. So sorry about that for those who are not able to watch it. I'm not gonna look at my phone because the text messages are blowing up, because I know they're like, "What happened? What happened?" But let's get into the specialists of the week, and we're gonna shut the show down here in a little bit, man. But I do want to give a huge shout out to Gerardo Baza, man. Baza was kicking the crap out of that thing this past weekend, man. On Saturday, he had a lot of points. How many field goals did Gerardo have? 3, and a bunch of extra points. But the newcomer of the week, Travis Terrell Jr. Newcomer of the week, SWAC newcomer of the week. We just talked about Travis Terrell. Joe, what's your thoughts on the kicker, man? Gerardo Baza.
Hey, man. Ain't nothing but a G thing, man. G baby did his thing, man. It's all there is to it, man. G baby did his thing. And look, all he is lead the conference in scoring. He do what he do every week. And that's another reason that we'll get into it later on about why we're gonna beat them little insects that make honey. You know what I'm saying? And all the variations of the Wasps and the Hornets and all them jokers. That could be another reason why we're gonna get that dub. He's been consistent all year long. Again, lead the conference in scoring. So just another day at the offer for G baby. Number G thing, baby.
And of course, Travis Terrell, newcomer. We just talked about him. Thoughts on G baby, TD?
Yeah, man. So he actually showing out because I think he's doing kickoff now, and he's the third person to do kickoff this season. So and he actually making him reach into the end zone. So he having touchbacks. He made 51, 52-yard field goals. So actually, this is kind of overdue for him, man. But congratulations to him for getting acknowledged and for what he's doing, because he's definitely been consistent every time he touched the field. So well deserving. And not to kind of steal his thunder a little bit, but shout out to Matt Noel for finally getting a chance to punt. And he nailed it.
What a punt, bro.
And he nailed it. You know what I'm saying? So awesome job, you know what I'm saying, to the kickoff. And then Leilani got in and made her extra point this year.
Indeed. I had my Leilani jersey on. You know what I'm
saying?
Man. Representing.
So congratulations. Shout out to the special teams, period. Shout out to Coach Devancy Jones and the special team crew and everybody out there that doing that thing with the special team, because
mama.
Yeah, they've been on it. On his hood too. So yeah, man.
3 things for sure.
What's that?
Death, taxes, and JSU by 40, and that's on my mom.
So yeah, shout out to Basil, man.
I gotta tell this story though, man. I gotta tell this story. So look, I was walking in the stadium. I'm all calm. Sebastian said, "Can you wake your ass up? You too quiet over there." I said, "Man, I'm just getting in." He's like, "Oh man, wake your ass up." That joker wake up on 1, man. He wake up on 10, man.
Wow. hey, you know what? He got the special team on 10 too.
It is, man. The special teams is a world of difference.
I mean, from last year, man. You talking about
without question, haven't given up really a lot of big returns.
I don't even think has special team given up a touchdown this year.
No.
Wow.
And we've scored 2.
Yeah, man. Coach Taylor, man, y'all did y'all thing with hiring these coaches and put them in the right position. Man, Coach Jones is definitely doing his thing on that. So again, shout out to G Baby for doing this thing, and again to Travis Terrell for being newcomer of the year. I mean of the week.
You might well go and say newcomer. Well, you say he's gonna be SWAC freshman of the year. Who gonna be newcomer? Can he be newcomer?
I mean, who really giving him a run for that Jerry Rice Award?
Yeah, I think Josh Noble can be newcomer of the year. Who could be newcomer of the year?
Do they have to be a freshman, or could they just be
newcomer? Means just new to the conference. Anywho, all right, man. Let's get into the schedule this week. Damn, we got a game on Thursday. Grambling at Alabama A&M on ESPNU. Mississippi Valley going over to FAMU for a noon kickoff on HBCU Go. And we got Jackson State going to the Gump. Alcorn going to Prairie View. UAPB at Southern. Bethune-Cookman at Texas Southern. So everybody playing football this week as well. I guess we'll start with the Thursday game. TD, thoughts on Alabama A&M versus Grambling? That's going to be interesting. On the hill.
Yeah, man. I'm not rooting against I'm not rooting against that offense, man. Coach Maynard, he doing something. He and his staff. I mean, he just can't give credit to the head man, although they take the loss too. But yeah, they going down to Alabama A&M. I'm picking Alabama A&M on that. I think the offense is going to be a little bit too much for them. I still don't think Grambling is playing with a starting quarterback has Myron Crowley return? I mean,
No.
even if he did, he probably wouldn't have a significant, role right now because he's been out for so long. So I got Alabama A&M in that one.
Who you got, Zoe? Grambling at Alabama A&M. I'm pretty sure Alabama A&M. I think we all go unanimously. Hey, the real Valley going over to FAMU. You remember last year, man? Valley almost beat FAMU at any to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, is Daniel Richardson playing this weekend? Because boy, if Junior Maradovic look like how he look, I'm gonna take Valley in this.
So I got something I want to say.
Go ahead.
All right. Valley, as bad as they look, Valley actually has some pieces.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Valley gets up to play Jackson State, but I'm just gonna say something. I know y'all be like, "Oh, Zoe talk crazy, yeah." But you're gonna see a brand new, different Mississippi Valley State this weekend. I'm gonna tell you why. The boys finna get up because they can make a mark for their season for their fallen brother. I got Valley by 3 in Tallahassee.
Damn. So you think Valley is gonna end the winning streak at Bragg Stadium?
With everything in me.
Wow.
Well, I'll put that on the hope.
Oh no. This ain't no hope.
No, I'm talking about me. Go ahead.
No, this is a hope. And I'm gonna just say this. 2 things. We can't put what we saw against Valley this weekend because they fresh got news that they lost a fallen brother. But also we know that they get up to play us. But typically when we say that from a defensive standpoint. Let's just call it what it is. And that team showed some grit, but they showed me something. And I'm gonna be honest. Valley can run a little bit, but I don't think FAMU got nobody on their defense that can handle number 6.
Number six is a problem, man.
Let me say something. I don't think FAMU got somebody. They can't put Major on him because they're gonna have a problem if they try to get Major.
They can put Bowl on it.
But I mean that's what I'm saying. Bowl, but I'm telling you, I really, really feel like Valley defensively can be okay with FAM. But I tell you, if Valley can get a turnover or 2, but they're going to play for their brother this weekend. Because mind you, they got a funeral coming up. I'm telling you, there's something about playing inspired ball. And you have to bear in mind, Valley has nothing to lose. That's the most dangerous team. And I'm telling you, and here's the thing. There's only 2 games left in the season. And that team is still fighting. That's hard for a team that ain't won no game.
Shout
out to Coach Wade.
So I'm damn right, TD. Shout out to Coach Wade. So I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm serious. Mississippi Valley State by 3.
Hey, man, I'm going to say this about that. It sounded good when you said it. But I don't think they got a chance, dog. Okay. I hear you. I look, I thought Southern was gonna go in the Bragg and it was gonna do something. Hey, you make a very compelling. Hey,
oh my goodness!
We got it.
Whoa!
Whoa! What the hell? There you go. What? What's up? You seeing there? That snuck in on it, man.
Yeah, what's up, Captain?
Hey, shit, StreamYard might start cut, might do right now. Shit, it done screwed up on it.
It's almost like in the clips, you see his ass on the screen.
What's up?
Corey C. Welcome to the stream, dog. Hey,
What's up, Phil?
Man,
What's up,
you
man?
got it, brother.
Hey, hold on. I just want to make this announcement because it ain't gonna sound true unless I say it. Corey C had to give me a tour. Corey C had to give me a tour of the vet 2 weeks ago.
Go ahead.
You hear me?
Huh?
What'd you say, Zoe?
I said 2 weeks ago, Corey C had to give me a tour inside the vet.
I gave Zoe an in-game tour of the vet. Zoe the historian.
Hey.
How did that go?
I don't know, but hey, listen, man. Hey, we might have to bag up, man. I want to get your thought. Did you? I know you done sat down with Alabama State already, man.
Not yet, but I wanted to come on, man. I gotta clear my name on something. I gotta clear my name.
What do you need me? What slide I need to go back to? What game?
Hold on. Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, it was an echo. No, I wanted to come on real quick, man. I need to clear my name on something. I heard y'all talking about Valley. So Saturday, when y'all did the live show that morning, Ken said that I called it a trap game. Right? We were in our chat talking about the game. And Ken said on the air that I said it was a trap game. So my phone started blowing up, man. My phone started blowing up. Trap game, man. You think Valley gonna beat us, man? I'm just getting messages back to back to back. So I gotta come on here and clear the air, clear my name, and get this right. I don't want y'all out here thinking that I thought that Valley had a chance of beating us. So let me tell y'all how this went. He was reading all this. So in the chat, we were talking about Valley, and it was actually somebody else who said that this could be a typical trap game. Somebody else said that. So I came behind him and I said, by definition, this is a trap game, but Valley does not have enough talent to trap us. That's what I said. Said by definition, the definition of a trap game. So we started going back and forth in the chat about whether or not it was a trap game. But Ken thought that I said it was a trap game.
I was like, this ain't no damn trap game.
No.
He's like, yes, by definition, it is a trap game.
God.
That was my point. And I pulled up the definition of a trap game. I said, this is what the definition of a trap game is. But I maintained the whole time that Valley didn't stand a chance that we were going to blow them out. So I want to be clear on that. I never said that Valley could be. And then Ken's point, your point was, you look at a trap game, you only consider it a trap game if the other team might have a chance of pulling off the upset, and you knew that Valley didn't have a chance. And I'm with you on that, but I didn't say they had a chance. I said the whole time, if you go back and look through the messages, I said, no, we're going to kill Valley. But I was telling the person who's, and I won't put his name out there, but I was telling the person by definition, this is a trap game. But no, it's not a trap, though. I just want to be clear on that, man, because my phone was blowing up like crazy.
I do what you know. I'm talking about this shit tomorrow for sure.
For sure. And my boy Al B, I know you're in the chat. Al B will tell you because before every game he'll ask me for my, my prognosis of the game. He'll ask me. He say, "At what point will I be able to take out my victory cigar?" Every week he'll ask me that, and he ask him. I'm batting 1,000. So Al B, if you're in the chat, come on and tell him what I told you before the Valley game. I never said they stood a chance, man. I said we were gonna blow them out the whole time. So can you put me out there, man? Like I call it a trap game.
I ain't put you out there. I was just talking to the chat. I didn't go outside the chat by nothing.
I'm just saying it came across like I said, like I felt like they had.
You know what? So my words were taken out of context.
That's what it was.
I was speaking mainly on what we had talked about.
Right.
You know, I said, but technically, and I said what I say. I said technically, he's right. It was a trap game, and hell in the first half. So don't listen. Folks can't sit up here and be talking all night talking about how nervous they was in the first half, and then all of a sudden not understand what the point. The point was it really was. By definition, it is, and this is what Corey said. I'm gonna defend you because I didn't know that people had took what I said out of context. I was
they did. My phone started blowing up, man.
Anybody, he never said that Valley would. I can show the screenshot. Hell, I can just show. He never says like that's not the point. The point was it was me and Corey going back and forth.
We were going back and forth, but we were agreeing though. We were saying the same thing. It was semantics.
This is
Yeah,
so
we did.
funny.
I pulled it out. I said, this is the definition of a trap game.
Yeah,
Based on this.
we were going back and forth in the chat, in our chat, Tiger Talk chat. And I'm
This is
like,
so funny.
but this is the point I had to make. I said, technically, you're right by definition. But what I was saying was, man, I don't want to hear that trap game shit. That's what I was saying, but I was saying it through text.
No, we were saying the same thing, to be honest. We were both agreeing, but it was just through text. But I wanted to be, I just want to come over here.
But to his point, though, what made the Valley game a trap game, by definition, was the fact that we were looking down the road at the Alabama State game. And he said even Coach Taylor had said it in the press conference.
Exactly.
They were looking ahead. So basically, we looked past Valley, which that's what made the game a trap game. There you have it. But no, he never said that it was never a inkling of an idea that we would lose the game. It was just
not at all.
And I said, what I said, well, hell, if that's the case, then every week is a trap game. He's like, no, not really, because what makes it a trap game is you have to look ahead. You have to look past an opponent, and that's what another way you can have a trap game is what happened with Bethune-Cookman. We were so gung-ho about beating FAMU that we weren't emotionally able to get back up again. And we almost got trapped again in that particular situation.
And then with homecoming coming after that.
Well, it's quarterback.
No. Let me say that over. It wasn't that we couldn't emotionally get back up. It was the fact that we could have thought that we had already won because we beat FAMU. So now we're not going to approach the Bethune-Cookman game with the same amount of focus and attention to detail. And I think that was the case until that damn referee took that touchdown back from Irv. And then we was, all right, screw y'all. And now we feel
and I think all of us felt that way about that game after beating FAMU going to Bethune. But Bethune also changed quarterback on us. And like you said, the vibe wasn't what it was until that referee took that touchdown. Once he did that, everybody threw their hats in there and it was on.
Hey, what was that brawl at, man? What was the brawl at, Corey?
The pregame brawl or because we were the brawl before the game, the tailgate too.
That brawl
when that prayer view in FAMU.
No, when the black dude took the hat off.
Alabama.
Okay. I thought you were talking about it at the game.
Where was it? What city in Alabama?
You gotta ask the chat on that one. I can't remember.
Mobile, wasn't it?
Wasn't it Mobile? I thought it
was Mobile. Somebody chat, tell me what city that was.
Mobile or Montgomery, one of them.
It was Montgomery. That's why I said that. I knew where it was at. We got to go to Montgomery this weekend. They better throw that up. We on the way, goddamn.
Hey, but then Prairie View and FAMU have an issue too after the game.
Well, from what I saw on HBCU, was it HBCU Nightly I was watching with Josh and them? They were saying, I think someone said that I think there was a parent that one of the players ran. I think somebody was saying something to somebody's parent, and the player ran up there to get their parent, or sometimes that effect. Yeah, it was what it was. But look, while we got you, Corey, let's jump into it, man. Thoughts on the Valley game? You want to touch on that since you're here?
It was pretty much what we thought. If y'all watched the preview show, my man Jerome Blake, he told us that. And he said that he didn't say that Valley wasn't going to win, but he implied that he wasn't expecting them to win. But he said that team would surprise us. We would be in the stands and we would point out some players and say, man, they could really play. And I saw people throughout the game. I was looking at some of the group messages and things like that, and people were saying, "How is this team winless?" So I would say that Valley was better than we expected. Obviously, we went on to blow them out. But in the beginning, I think they kind of showed us that team is. I mean, they say you are what your record is, but that team played, like they should have won a game or two this season.
They played inspired for sure, man. I mean, how much of that had something to do with the fallen teammate? Zoe saying that they going into Montgomery in the Bragg, and they gonna upset FAM by 3.
I can't see that. I can't see him going toe to toe with FAM for 4 quarters. That's the thing. And then is Rich still playing? Do we know? Is he back? Will he be back?
You gotta put your other glasses on, Corey.
Which glasses he gotta put on? His blue and white one?
Take them off with those on.
I don't see that, bro. I don't see it. I mean, I think we all pick Alabama in. You know what's crazy? It seems like every time we pick a game where it's like, oh, we're going to pick this team, they don't win. It like I ain't gonna sleep on Grambling at Alabama A&M. They got a good defense though.
Okay.
Offense is a little terrible, but
okay.
And how good is Alabama A&M's defense?
Better than Grambling.
No, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're better than Grambling, bro.
Statistically, they are.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Alcorn at Prairie View. Give me Alcorn in that one, man. I just think Alcorn gonna fight into the very end, man. I think Alcorn is fighting to win the West. I know Prairie View just beat FAMU at home. I think Alcorn wins that game.
Yeah, I got Alcorn more consistent than Prairie View. Week to week, you don't know which Prairie View team is going to show up. When you count them out, that's when they bounce back. But Alcorn, they feel like they still got something to play for until they know they're out of it. I see them fighting. I see them competing. So I give them the edge in that one.
I'm glad you said what you just said. Come Saturday evening by 11 o'clock, they're going to know that they're out of it. Pretty victory for Prairie View.
I'm out to roll with Zoe on that one. Coming off that win against FAMU, Alabama. I mean, Alcorn just coming off their win, but they're going to be at Prairie View. Coach McDowell might have them up, so I'm going to have to get an edge to maybe Prairie View this time.
Saturday at 11, they'll know they are how. The game's starting at the same time.
Oh, well, I will at the time. Well, 5 p.m., they're going to know that they're out of it.
Well,
pretty victory for Prairie View.
All right.
No, all the games that our game and the Southern game started at the same time as their game, so they won't know.
Oh, they're gonna know.
They need Southern to lose.
Oh, I'm talking about Alcorn gonna be out of it.
Man, if Alcorn lose, they done.
Right, but I'm talking about as long as they're still in it, they're gonna fight. They won't know they out of it until the end of the Southern game if Southern wins. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it kind of seemed like Alcorn quarterback is finding his footing too, huh?
He did win.
Did he found his foot, and did he find his arm?
He had a pretty good game. He had a pretty good game. I think he had he actually was like he was like a player of the week for somebody for one of these publications out here, man. He had a damn good game. I'm gonna go right to it. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he had a good game, bro. So his stats were. There we go. All right, Alcorn versus Texas Southern. He had, he was 13 for 18, 171, 1 touchdown. And then he rushed 13 rushes for 130, 2 touchdowns. So he had a total of 3 touchdowns. Pretty good day.
Yeah, not bad.
Pretty good day. Ran for 132. There you go. So, all right, next up, Southern. The Southern clinch versus UAPB. They at home.
Yeah, they'll clinch that one. At home, Pine Bluff.
I think I think Pine Bluff won Trent home. I don't think they have the defense that can stop. But Southern is inconsistent at the quarterback position. I thought T set after having a good game last week was going to come back this week and have a good game, and it just seemed like it's a Jekyll and Hyde rotation over there. They look like us at the beginning of the season.
Southern's going to take the air out of the ball against Pine Bluff. Southern going to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there too. Although, the coach from UAPB, I mean, he knows what he's missing, but he's just like Coach Wade at Valley. I mean, they slowly building their program. I can't say the same thing about Coach Wade right now, but I can see improvement definitely. Well, Valley has some good pieces. Now, let me not say that. So he is improving. He just don't have a win. But what I can say, what I noticed about UAPB, you definitely can see the progression in their team, and he already knows what he's missing to be successful on this level. So he's looking to add to his team. But I think Southern gonna be too much for him. They're not ready this season. So, yeah, I think Southern will win this one.
That's good stuff, man. I'll give me just a second. Let me do something. TD, hang tight.
After this, after the lowly Delta Devils come and, put that thing on them garter snakes down there in the lower 7 hills, I can't wait to see all the responses on Sunday. I got a question for y'all. That'll be FAMU. Is FAMU coach on the hot seat?
No.
No.
President Rich.
They do have a new. They're gonna hire a new AD. I mean, they have a new AD in place. Does AD Suggs does she want to hire her own coach? I think Cozy's gonna do fine.
What family you got? What is it?
5-4.
5-4. So they probably finish over 500 if they beat Bethune. Yeah, you don't fire a first-year coach over 500, considering what he had to come behind Willie and do, rebuild the program, rebuild the roster. So, he wouldn't be on the hot seat.
Exactly. And he played all his game, pretty much tough except the games that he was supposed to lose, as far as those FBS schools.
Yeah, 2 of them FBS, right?
Right, exactly. 2 of them were FBS schools. So he's not on the hot seat. He actually did a really good job for what he had to deal with. Again, he went through the similar thing that Coach Taylor had to go through. So, put him on the hot seat will be asinine right now. So,
and they'll likely finish 7-4, same record as TC first year.
Right. Because who they have left? They got Valley Saturday, and then their last game will be who?
Oh no, they got to play that. They got to play a game over.
And then Alabama.
They got Valley, Bethune Cookman, and then Alabama A&M.
So a chance at 8 wins. So a chance at 8 wins. They'll finish with 7-8 wins.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Alabama A&M game.
I'm sure about it. They haven't.
So Zoe posted. Zoe sent me something yesterday. Well, he put it in the chat actually. He was talking about his prediction. You said 6-6, bro, at the beginning of the show. I know you said 7-5.
I said at best they'll be 75. I stand by that.
At best, 75. At best 75. That's correct.
I stand by that.
Hey, but it's looking like it's gonna be if they lose to Alabama A&M, do they lose to Bethune-Cookman?
They can.
A lot of it's gonna be depending on if the health of Rich of the quarterback.
It don't matter if he play.
Yeah, it matters.
No, I know it don't. Because it
matters. Come on, Zoe.
It doesn't. Hold on. These games I said they're gonna lose. This is before the season. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is he can do what he do. They cannot stop the run, and they cannot run. Alabama A&M is the best offense in the coverage, and they're gonna run the shit out they're on the ball on them. And Bethune-Cookman, I think their quarterback can actually get off running the ball. I'm not saying Bethune-Cookman win. I'm dead serious. I think Valley can win the game this weekend. They got to lose 2 out of the next 3 games. If they lose 2 out of the next 3 games, they finish the season with a 6-6 record.
I'm always on that any given Saturday, any given Sunday, but
right.
Yeah, it's not likely.
It's likely because guess what? I'm off 1 game. I'm looking damn good right now.
Yeah,
I'm off 1 game.
But you really think they're gonna beat that Valley? Gonna beat
a winless team over there and win?
Hold on. I really thought Prairie View was gonna beat them, and I said that in June.
That's true, but Prairie View was based off of playing.
No. See, they don't true good. And I came right back here last week on Saturday, and I said Prairie View will win the game, and they did it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm telling you. Look. I know when it comes to this whole thing, y'all got 2080, 2060. I got 2020 over here. they're going to lose 2 out of their next 3. Look, hold on. I just want you to know now, I was on this board by myself. When I said before the season, oh, they're going to lose to Alabama A&M. Man, he drinking moonshine. He drinking Ripple. He crazy. I don't say how crazy I do it. Everybody like, you know what?
I know you told Maynard at Media Day.
I told them. And they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
We'll see.
It's all good. Hey, what Johnny Cash say? I walk the line. I walk it by myself. They gonna do it.
All right, here we go. I need to fix these cameras. That's what I was really trying. All right. Texas Southern. What'd you say? Texas Valley?
Texas Valley.
All right, here we go. Texas Southern versus Bethune-Cookman.
I mean, pick one.
Give me Bethune-Cookman in this
Give
one.
me Bethune-Cookman.
Hey man, it's only one team. It's only one team from Texas that's gonna be Florida in the school tool for. That's gonna be Prairie, and I already did it. Bethune-Cookman gonna get that dub.
I'm not gonna make it a clean sweep. I'm gonna go with Texas Southern.
Okay.
I mean, why to keep it from making a clean sweep, or you just really feel that way?
No, I would have picked them anyway. Yeah, I don't have faith in Bethune going over there and winning.
Ooh.
What?
Hey, bro said he said what he said. He said, I stand by it.
I guarantee it.
Has Coach Dishman started the same quarterback twice yet?
He did this past week. He started Jace.
Oh, Jace Wilson. I wonder why Jace wasn't starting from the beginning.
Because he said he had no starter.
And Jace almost beat us in the vet last year.
You know, Brandon got a very popular song. You want to hear it?
Almost doesn't
count.
I mean, the point is saying that is I felt that he was a pretty decent quarterback.
Jace all right. Jace all right. He all right.
I mean, he pretty solid, man. He pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into Alabama State, man. We had one game left to talk about. Man. Jackson State versus Alabama State. Hey, man. Corey, I'm gonna let you do the honors, man. This I was looking at the stats. I'm like, man.
Hold on, Ken. Cause let me put some.
I know both claws hurt.
Let me put some out here first, because I wanna dispel a few things.
All right, go ahead.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I said my whole thing is FAMU, and as we know, Alabama State was picked to win the whole entire conference. So we heard this whole narrative leading up to this game. Oh well, Alabama State got this great defense. But their defense, they got the best defense in the conference. To that I say, no, that ain't what the data say, because things can be kind of skewed when we talk about numbers, right?
Okay.
So I said, let me get to thinking about something. I thought about the games that have been played, common opponents. This late in the season. We ain't got but one more game left after this one. So I said, you know what? Let me look at the conference-only stats.
Come on with it.
You know what I found out today?
What's that?
In conference only, the best offense in the conference is Jackson State University. We're averaging 42 points a game, conference only. You know what Alabama State is? They're 5th at 27. But then we always talk about defense, right? So conference only, you know who got the best defense? Conference only again?
Who that?
Best scoring defense is Jackson State, 17 points a game. Alabama State is 3rd with 21 points a game. You know what I'm saying? I went over to the rushing, because everybody knows we got a good rushing offense, right? Because I've been hearing this whole thing about Alabama State got this great defense and they can run the ball. So I said, okay. I go to look in their conference-only stats. Jackson State leads the conference 268 yards a game.
Damn.
Alabama State is 5th with 107.3. So then we go over the defense. Best rushing defense in the conference. Jackson State's number 1, 102 yards a game. Alabama State is number 2. They're coming up at 112 yards a game. But here's the difference. Man, did y'all know in conference play, we've only given up 4 touchdowns on the season. Alabama State doubled that. They've given up 8. So then I go to passing because all things accounted for, right? So Jackson State, when we talk about passing defense, we're sitting in 9th in the conference. We give up 170 yards a game. Alabama State, I'm sorry, passing. We're passing for 170 yards a game. Alabama State is 8th. They pass for 172. Difference is we pass for 12 touchdowns. They pass for 8. Now, when we get to defense, we're pretty much right on key too. Alabama State is 5th. They give up 180 yards per game, 7 touchdowns. We've given up 185 yards per game, and we've given up 10 touchdowns. But then, you know what I'm saying, there we go there. Now, look, when it comes to the kicking game, man, we're by far and away, way ahead of them when it comes to the kicking game because as it stands, as a team, 13 out of 17, we're going for 77% on the year, ranked 5th in the conference. They're at 8. 13 out of 19 is 68%, and they just lost the game for missing a darn kick as it is. Kickoff team were better. PATs were better. Punting would lead the conference in punting at 41 yards per game. Man, Alabama State's next to last, averaging 29 yards per punt. So to that, and I'm gonna pass it on to Corey. You can, and because I really wanted to see this because I know we hear this thing about, oh, they got this defense. Well, when it comes to the conference, we got the best defense, the best offense. We rush better. We have more ways to score. When we talk about the X factor, when we talk about Travis Terrell, we got the highest scoring average player, high score in the conference with G Baby. We got the best kickoff team, best punt return team, best kickoff return team. So that I'll say all this to say this: they have no pathway to win. The only way they have a chance in this game, and you all know we can say it in unison, is Jackson State don't beat themselves. If we don't turn the ball over, there is no pathway for no bees to do anything. And guess what? Y'all ain't never seen no bee sting nobody no damn November. Go figure.
Corey?
I mean, I don't know how I can come behind that. You just summed it up. That was a mic drop. I mean, this is a classic case of on paper, this game shouldn't even be close. Shouldn't be close, but you still got to go out and play the game. I look at it like this, a great job on all the stats, though, but I just look at Alabama State's offense and our defense. That's what it boils down to me. They don't have a good offensive team. We know what Jackson State is defensively, especially in the second half. I don't see them throw out all that stuff that you said. Bottom line, I don't see them being able to score enough points to be on Jackson State's defense to beat them. Just that simple. Jackson State is not losing to a team with the 5th string quarterback. More power to them for playing so well without, because I mean that's awesome for them to still be able to continue moving forward without the first string, second string, third string quarterback. I heard the 4th string guy may be available this week, but it doesn't matter. We're not losing to a 4th, 5th string quarterback. Like Zoe said, I don't see a pathway for them to win other than, like you said, Jackson State beating themselves, or them Zebras like to get involved. Zebras like to get involved when we go over there, so we got to watch out for that. But other than that, it shouldn't even be close enough for the Zebras to be a factor in this game.
Let me ask a question. Is the boom going to Montgomery?
Do a passer know his word?
Yes, sir. All right. Historically, we actually we play pretty well in Montgomery.
We play amazing in Montgomery.
Yeah, we got a pretty good track record in Montgomery.
And the Boom's undefeated in the new stadium.
Let me say this too. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Football.
The best.
It's going to be rowdy.
The best.
That. Student section is going to be thumping. That big old loud out of tune ass band going to be playing. The honeybees going to be dropping. They're going to be dropping some honey on the field.
They're going to be leaking honey.
Yeah, ITV. Man, I'm completely fine.
Well, here's the point, man. Bitch, they gonna be leaking honey, bro. That got me. My bad, bro. Hold on. Zoe, great stuff with the stat, man. I think Corey hit the nail on the head. But let me say this though. You got two teams playing for their life for the season. If Jackson State wins, we clinch the East. Alabama State win, they still in it. And I'm just telling y'all, I think this is going to be the hardest game we had to play all season. I think this game going to be harder than ULM, honestly. Grambling was just an outlier. I'm not saying we're going to lose. I'm just saying it's going to be a hard-fought game. I love what Coach said today about the team being ready to go play. Mindset, no, they know we got to go get one. They beat us in our homecoming last year. But I think our defense is going to be the thing that's going to be the X factor. We're talking about their defense, but I think our defense is going to be the X factor in this game. I think our offense is going to do what they're going to try to take Irv away. This is my expectation of this game, fellas. I expect them to stack the box on us and make Jacoby and beat them.
100.
And I think this is why I say that. They have a lot of they got some rangy, highly skilled DBs. Good linebacker play, really good linebacker play. And I think that's what they're gonna hang their hat on. Take away the run and force them to throw the ball. And if that's the case, I think we do well at that. I think we're gonna be just fine. Kobe has got to get in a good rhythm. Wasn't really in a good rhythm last game, but I think this is a game we go to Montgomery knowing we got to be focused and locked in, and I think we're going to come out with a really good game plan. And it's going to have to stop. You can line up to try to stop us, but I still think that the Russian attack is going to take somewhat of a hit, but we still going to get what we need to get. And I absolutely feel like Irv Mulligan going to get he's still going to eclipse 100 yards, in my opinion. He's still going to eclipse 100 yards. I think he's going to break the 1,000-yard barrier on that. So they are susceptible of some big plays. They'll give up some stuff. They really do try to take away a lot of stuff. I got to go watch. It's a couple of other games I do want to watch of them. This young quarterback they got, man, Key. Hey man, he's shown some moxie, man. I like the kid, man. He might be the starter going forward because honestly, he don't really put the ball in harm's way like that. He only got one interception on the season, but 7 touchdowns. Hell, damn near got 1,000 passing yards. He almost close to Jacoby, and he ain't played nearly the amount of games as Jacoby.
Yeah.
So they can do some stuff, but at the same time, I think from just a talent standpoint and a roster from top to bottom for what we're trying to do, I think we get them. And we clinch. We clinch in the gump. That's the goal. Clinch in the gump, and let's go back and celebrate. Get prepared for the Soul Bowl. That's what it's going to be, man. So that's my thoughts, TD. What you got, baby?
I agree with what you said. I mean, as far as their strategy and what they plan, what they try to do. However, Alabama State has, been running the pretty much top defense in the conference the whole season. So when you break down stats,
Zoe just debunked that. Zoe just debunked that. Go ahead.
Now, when you look at stats and on defense, Jackson State do some things better, and then Alabama do some things better. So, I mean, you can highlight, whatever it is that that you would like to see, but overall, Alabama State really just been holding people down. I mean, I think they even have allowed the least touchdown than we have. It's going to be a tight game, as you said, Ken. It may be even tougher than it might be a heavier game than ULM game. They definitely going to stack the box and try to get Jacoby to throw. This is where I said losing our big receivers is going to hurt us. So I think we will have dink and dunk, send to Dupree into to our quick backs in order to get the ball downfield and set them up for something going downfield along with Fertillion. That's where it's gonna have to be played. Just going straight downfield on them, like you said, Ken, having rangy corners and stuff like that, with the defense being where it is, and then now you're giving Coach Rob time to, and he got to focus in on us. They're gonna come up with something. When I've known us to play down there, even when we had prime, it just wasn't no blowout. The games have been tough. They played Shador hard. And their quarterback at that time was the worst, well, probably one of the worst in the conference, but he came out blazing. You know, he had a good game. So it's unknown. I'm going to go back and watch more films on them so I can really get a key in on their players. But I definitely think I was feeling like from the beginning that they definitely going to try to make Jacoby and beat him. And I know he can. It's just being put in that position. Just he don't have those big receivers to body people up anymore. So it's gonna boil down to Mr. Smooth, which is Isaiah Spencer Dupree. And I would still love to see Travis Terrell going up the scene, hitting them out the backfield, those type of things. And definitely got to put Jacoby on the move. You do those things, you get him time to get warmed up like that, then you know what I'm saying it's pretty much gonna be a home free. You can open it up for Herb and he gonna do his thing. So I think that'll be the strategy that definitely need to go on offense. Defense, they need to do what they do. Like I said, this is a third, fourth, fifth screen quarterback that they have. Put some heat on him. You know, since Josh, since Webb, since Alan Walker, send those balls off the edge and then come up the middle and make sure you maintain the edge. Keep the ball in front of you and let the DBs do what they do. So I don't think they'll score very many points, like you said, Corey C. You don't see a team, you know, with a four-string quarterback scoring on our defense like that. But that's what they have to take to definitely keep the ball in front of them to keep it from scoring, you know, downfield. Other than that, if those be the game plans and running like that, we're definitely going to win this game. I'm not going to say it'll be pretty, but it has potential to be if, you know, again, you start out deacon and dunking because those of them going to be all over the field. So they're going to be prepared. They're going to be prepared. You got to have a good strategy for them.
Yeah, I expect 12. Go ahead.
No, I was going to add this too because I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. Every half decent offense that they played this year, they lost to them. Every half decent offense they played, they lost to them. And also, you know, this whole thing about me personally, I really feel like their defense is greatly kind of overrated. Because again, whenever they face the half decent offense, they lost to them. I think our O-line is going to manhandle their defensive line because the one thing none of us have accounted for is we always have these, even some JSU fans who tend to be on this low spectrum of, you know, what they're going to get up for us. And we always say, well, you know what happened when JSU get up for a team? Because let me, being around this team, I can say this. These last two games, this team is getting up for. And it's blood in the water for this Jackson State Tigers team, and they know it. It's blood in the water for TC Taylor. He knows it. This team is focused and going to get up for this game. We coming down to Montgomery, go up in their house, we're in their front yard, close the gate, and we picking a fight. We're going to jab their ass in the face. We're going to maul them all game long with that O-line, that D-line. I really feel like we're going to play our best game this weekend. Not FAMU, not Southern. I believe this game for this team will have our best game. I got to win this game by 21 points.
It'll be it's a blowout. It'll be sweet poetic justice, I for sure. It doesn't take away the homecoming loss, but to win the game and clinch the East on their home field, which is the expectation. I don't have a score yet, but I don't really care if we win by 1 or 21. I just want to win this game, clinch, and then now we can start making preparation for, you know, Alcorn and SWAC championship and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna watch a little bit more film on them, man. I gotta go back and watch the Grambling game over, and then I'll watch a couple games prior to that. I just want to see. It's something I want to look at, and I honestly don't have all the data to try to make it. I do know this much. That edge rusher, Traquan, what's his name? Traquan Thomas, something like that. Traquan Smith or something. He a damn dog, man. So is Rico Dozier, James Burgess. They got some big rangy corners and safeties that play. They really ball hawks. So I want to mention something. They actually did play a good offense. They played Alabama A&M, and they caused 4 turnovers in that game. Yeah, so that game, the Magic City Classic. They made Alabama A&M look.
That's fine. I stand corrected. Out of all the offenses, they got 1 win against them.
And it was a defensive turnover to clinch the game. So the defense won that game. Offense did what they needed to do, but the defense bullied the shit out of Alabama.
I'm gonna say this, and I mean this for anybody that's east of the state line of Mississippi. We the best damn team. We the best damn team in this conference. They ain't seen what they gonna see this weekend.
Now that I ain't gonna debate. And I'm not really debating any of it. I'm saying this is a different team. They gotta if they want to not get eliminated, they're gonna have to play their ass off to beat us. I'm just telling you that right now. That's without question. But man, I said at the beginning of the season, and I stand on this. I said this in the chat today. I never would say that we gonna. Corey, you know how we do, bro. We always picking Jack State to win. Hell, we be playing UCLA tomorrow. We're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna upset them. It's gonna be 28-24. We're gonna say that, right? But before the season, I said that we probably gonna. I said I expect us to go 10-2. And the 2 games I said we lose would be ULM and Grambling. I just never felt like we were gonna win that Grambling game. Just for some reason, I just felt bad about that game because we just go to Grambling and just do goofy shit, and it never makes sense to me why we do that. And we went right to Grambling. Corey, we trailing the bus. We got to pull over. It was just janky. It was just a janky day, man. Now I'm almost there, though. I ain't turning around yet. I'm just telling you, I don't think we're gonna have no issue. The game that scared me right now, and not scare me, but the game that I think is the trap game, like D. Corsi said, not really a trap game. It's Southern in the SWAC championship game. That's the game that it gnaws at. We're gonna win the East. We're gonna win the East, and we're gonna play Southern. But that's the game I think we really gonna have to battle and fight. But that's my take on it. I think we win this game in Montgomery. Go ahead, TD. Go ahead. What you got?
Now, hey, I mean, everybody get there. I want to see what C got to say.
You stopped me I was going to go to him. I wasn't done.
About Alabama State?
I'm just playing. I'm joking. I'm joking.
So the thing I'm looking for.
Your thoughts on whatever you want to talk about, man, on this game. I know Zoe.
Well, the thing I'm looking forward to seeing this week is just a Jackson State team that's focused. I'm not saying they're not focused every week, but I usually going in as a Mississippi Valley State. It's easy to come out flat against a Valley or Bethune. It's easy for Jackson State to come out flat most weeks, just looking at the opponent. But this team, even though somebody texted me Saturday and said, "Do you think how you think Jackson State's gonna come out being that Alabama State lost?" But we still haven't clinched. So that's number one. We are literally playing to clinch, right? And then also this is a revenge game because they beat us last year for homecoming. So those 2 things alone should make Jackson stay hungry. So I want to see what they look like for 4 quarters. How many we talked about this weekend Saturday, Ken? How many games this year has Jackson State put together a full game, 4 quarters? Because we had some halves. Which game was that?
UAPB.
Lane?
No, UAPB.
UAPB.
So, that's what I want to see. I want to see them put together full 4 quarters against Alabama State and see what that looks like.
Well, Lane was we gave him that damn touchdown at the end. KJ, I always mess with KJ. I say, KJ, you owe me one because him and BJ Washington don't have an interception yet, and he had a pick 6 right there in the Lane game. If he picks that off, we win 65-0 maybe. And we don't give up, but it was Lane, so it is what it is. But from a top to bottom, we just finna go out here and play our butts off. I think that game was the UAPB game was right there. Yeah, that's it. Texas Southern maybe. Texas Southern was a good game. I mean, did we really not play a complete game in Texas Southern? We didn't. What happened, Joe? I'm trying to remember.
We had long blows without scoring again.
And then we gave up them touchdowns and stuff. Okay, I got you.
No. But this look, man, listen, we haven't given up a point in 4 straight games in the second half. We're not going to sit here and give up. Our defense is better than theirs. We're not going to sit here and give up 14. They're going to be hard pressed to get 2 touchdowns.
That's why I said it.
And I'm willing to even give them 2 touchdowns. They're not limiting us to 2 or less than 2. That ain't happening.
How much is Irv's rushing help the defense in these 4 games? 4 straight games, no points in the second half, but 4 straight games, Irv has rushed for 100 yards. I'm saying, like, what's the correlation there?
But to this point, it helps a lot, Ken. But to this point, I know we talk about what they got. Look, I go by production. Man, listen, our O-line is going to manhandle them this weekend. Our D-line is going to punish them. They won't have you know what? I'm not going to even get into Jeremiah Williams. They won't have an answer. If you go watch them, they won't have an answer for Drew Thompson. We're not even talking about Josh Nobles. And it's just like I told TD earlier in the year, when you sit there and you got 2 D tackles who can get pressure up the middle the way that they can, because let's face it, if Noble gets enough attempts one-on-one, he leads the conference in sacks. He's going to get there. And they're not really throwing the ball. And guess what? You're not going to sit here and just run the ball all damn game long, because our defense is better than theirs against the run.
Well,
Look, our defense is better against the run than they are. And I mean, and they're not going to, I can tell you right now, they're not going to have a game plan to let this quarterback drop 25 times a game. They're just not going to do it.
They're going to try to run the ball. But one thing I got to say about their O-line is they keep him upright. We're going to have to get to him. And the little joker is he can kind of get through there. And I from what I've seen, the young man has been impressive in tight spots. He doesn't get rattled. He is a true freshman, but he looked like he got a lot of poise, man, from what I've seen. But to your point, our D-line is cooking right now. So, you know, I expect us to get back there and do we get some sacks this game? I expect a couple sacks. But I want to say this, and I'll let y'all go. I'm not going to minimize what I've seen defensively from this team. This team has a really good defense, bro. They have a really good defense, and we're gonna have to play. And let me say this, man. I'm gonna say this for this reason. We cannot start against Alabama State the way we started against Valley. Mm-hmm. Getting in the red zone, not getting in the touchdown. Now, luckily, we do have a good kicker, but I need Jacoby to be on one, because we're gonna need his arm in this game. Like he didn't have a really good rhythm in that game, and he wound up using his feet. But we need for him to come with it. I mean that we need for him to come with it, because if you put the ball in harm's way, they will intercept that ball, man.
In fairness to Jacoby, I mean, no excuses, but I mean, every week, man, he's having to adjust. It seems like every week he's having to adjust the new receivers. I mean, you look up. You got Jamil Gardner, you got Moss, I mean, that's
you know
tough.
what? That's true, but he's also, and I'm not criticizing him. That is very true, because that's a hard thing to do. We held Fortillion out. You play Isaiah at the X. You bring in start Jamil, who's been in and out of the lineup, and it's a very tough thing. You have to establish a rhythm. I fully I agree 100% with that. But still, they ain't got nothing to do with bad balls. That's what I'm talking about.
Now one ball he slightly overthrew Jamil Gardner, but I'm picturing that should be Fortillion there, a little bit taller, who went and got it. I think you know the ball I'm talking about.
Right. Well, no. I just think that I'm just talking about getting in a rhythm early. That's all I'm saying, and not getting in one later. It smoothed it out. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we don't want to have a slow start. That's my only point.
And I'll speak more to that, to what you just said, Corey. You got to understand, you got to take the DBs and the safety into consideration when you're throwing those balls. So, you know, if you throw them to a bad spot, then you're talking about an interception. So you have to throw it right. And then when you're looking at, you know, saying 6'2" compared to 6'4", you know, or 6'1" compared to, you know, missing a player that's 6'3", 6'4", that's a completely different. So, like you said, Corey, you got to look at the change that has been made as far as that. And let me say this. the first thing, this is the first game, and although they still played pretty doggone good, pretty exceptional, Valley game was the first game that the offensive line has some slip-ups. You know what I'm saying? So that was a couple of times that, you know, that the coach had to get out there on the field and get into the offensive line. Two plays in a row, number 92 came around the right side and got one time he got Jacoby, and the next time he was so close to getting him. They came up the middle, even in the red zone. You know, the play was erupted because, you know, they came straight up the middle, missed assignments. So this was the first game that I seen the offensive line have a slight defect. I mean, they still played great. They still played really good. The O-line is the O-line. I mean, everybody entitled to a bad situation that, you know, play a time or two. But with that being said, you better believe Coach Rob watching that, and he's going to analyze that. And those are things that you got to look at when you talk about matchup. And Ken, I hadn't watched the film like you had, and you talk about the defensive ends and stuff that are coming off the line. And then, you know, we look at the linebacker that all of us wouldn't mind having, Rico Dozier. Man, that man going to dial up some stuff. And so that's why I'm thinking short passes, quick releases, because they're going to put pressure. They definitely bring the pressure to stop the run and to stop the pass.
Yeah, I'll go back to I agree with that. I just want to make sure that I hammer home my point. I agree with both of y'all. I just don't really care if the personnel changes. If you're inaccurate, you're just inaccurate. If you throw a bad ball, you throw a bad ball. And what I'm saying when I say that is this: he was out of rhythm.
He was.
Now, I think that was because of
clearly.
Let me tell you why I think that was the case. Can I be straight up about it? It was Valley.
Trap game? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I'm just hey, listen. If you go back to last year at Valley, it was a very similar type situation where you, after a while, TD, if you throw this ball away, I ain't saying that he was 10 for what 20 something. He was under 50%. You throw a lot of balls away because of what you just mentioned. The pass rush was there, and one of them he got hit right in the face because he didn't see the Quay just got beat, right?
Right, they got beat on the right side, and the dude came right back the next play.
But I'm saying like touch passes sometimes it just comes. All I'm saying is I think he'll be locked in, and I just need him to get started a lot earlier, a lot quicker because they're gonna give him his opportunity. They're gonna take their chances. I think they feel like Herb Mulligan is the biggest problem. So if you had to pick and choose, Coach Rob, if you playing Eddie Rob, who do you stop? Do you try to stop Jacoby? Do you try to stop Herb Mulligan? I think they're gonna
stop Herb, no problem.
With that, if I'm Jacoby, and I take that personal.
So Ken, let me say this. I get a lot of more of my assessments of the game, so I can't say anything one way or the other about the balls that you're talking about because I hadn't been able to watch the game. And I reached out to you because I'm trying to watch the game again.
Well, the reason why I say that because I said it when I was watching it. This particular game, TD, I was moving because of what I was dealing with. I was sitting in one spot so I was just like this the whole game. I ain't had no distractions. I was literally just saying, and I said that I'm sitting next to Vernon Perry, you know, we laughing, and I'm like, I just said, bro, out of rhythm. He out of rhythm bad. It's just what we do, man. I just think human nature. Bro, Zoe said in pregame, bro, we lost Valley in our history 6 times. They 0-9, dog. You see what I'm saying? And then then not only that, it was moisture. You did ask about that. Wet ball, it was moisture on the field, it rained before the game, it was just ugly. That was a perfect game for a rushing game. So all I'm saying is I'm glad he got it out versus Valley. I do not think that's going to carry over to Montgomery, though. That's what I'm saying. This is a different time. I think it's going to be a whole different set. I think he's going to be locked in. And what I've seen is this. Every time 15 has been called up on, he has answered. That's why they call him the general. And I think that if they're taking their chances on stopping Irv as opposed to Jacoby, I think Jacoby is going to have a pretty solid game, in my opinion. That's what I think. And let's also remember he can run the ball too. He can run the ball too. So they're gonna have their work cut out, just like we're gonna have ours.
He rushed 12 times for 68 yards.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Zoe?
JSU by 21.
Yeah. Somebody said in the chat that it's like, I don't think the game gonna be close, but I don't know. I don't have a score. I gotta go watch. I just need to watch.
I don't have a score yet.
I ain't got no score. Look, I ain't got no score either, but
said 21, huh? Hey man, I hope you're right. I just want to clinch though.
28-7. However you want to do it. JSU by 21.
It look good to me. But that's pretty much it, man. When you go back to these stats real quick, I mean,
hey Corey, hey Ken, let me ask Corey a question real quick.
All right, go ahead. You can fire away, man.
You got a lot of questions, man.
Far as yeah, man. Far as receivers, you know, do you see a difference in, you know, some of the players that, you know, some of the receivers that's out compared to the ones that, you know, like you say, having to shift?
When you say difference, you mean like drop off? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, far like we talking. I mean, we talking about height and size and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Do you see a difference in that? As far as receivers, you know, having bigger receivers compared to, you know, 6. Just say you're talking 6'3", 6'4" compared to 5'9", 6. I mean, as far as the accuracy and being able to have a jump ball and just stuff like that.
I don't understand the question. Can somebody help me? I don't understand.
From what I'm gathering, there is a change in personnel. Mm-hmm. We started the season with Rico, Fabo, Kobe Paul, Tyquan Henderson. We got 4 receivers out. Jensen Riley, he's 6'4". Now we have Marvin Landy, we have Dupree, we have Isaiah Spencer,
very good.
Ortillian, we have Jamil Gardner. If you're asking Corey that question, I don't think the receiver has anything to do with the quarterback's accuracy. That's just my personal opinion.
Right.
Now, the thing that is affected, in my opinion, is timing.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean.
Timing can be off, but that's what you practice for. This is what I'm saying. If I'm running a simple slant route, like for example, you go back to the NTD. I remember the pass. What's the pass? Was it a slant to Jamil Gardner on the end zone over there?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ball he had to adjust for. It was a tight ball. It was just a better ball. Maybe he catches it. I don't know.
That's the pass I was talking about earlier.
What were you saying about it?
If that's for Tillian, he catches that ball.
You think so? Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
And that's not to make an excuse for Jacoby. He still got to hit Gardner, and Gardner got to do a better job of stretching out. But I'm just saying, all season long, that's been Fortillian. And KC said that Fortillian practice all week.
He did.
So it was more like a game time decision. It was a game time decision. So you're Jacoby, and you're expecting Fortillian, and all of a sudden you got
but let me say this though. I will say this though. I will say this, TD, to your point. Now, chemistry matters, bro. Mm-hmm. Chemistry absolutely matters. You playing with this guy, you know what you know. I got this guy going down there. I know where to put it at. Timing, all that type stuff. It has been a challenge, and I for anybody that's paying attention that knows, because Coach has been very vocal about what they asked about JD Martin in the press conference today. What did he say?
Mm-hmm.
JD Martin ain't with him no more. So now y'all, I'm glad he's saying it because we ain't got to say it now. You know what I'm saying?
Not to ask us no more.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So again, when you're off, you're off. Not many games that he's off. I think that was just one of the moments where it just the throws that you throw to kind of find a rhythm, it was kind of disrupted. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In a couple of different ways. So it eventually smoothed out. I mean, from what I seen, I thought it was pretty solid. From what I seen, you have the pass to Isaiah that he throws over to the left. Isaiah came back to the ball. TD, I watched the clips of the young man, architect guy. What's his name, bro?
Yeah.
Architect
Nice.
Architect Nice. He actually chopped it up. It ain't but 33 minutes, but you don't get the full game because TD was asking me today about the game. That's one thing about HBCU Go. We need an on-demand version of that so we can go back and watch the game. A lot of people have been trying to go back and watch the game.
Clay said it should be on there by Tuesday. It's just not there immediately like with ESPN.
I want to touch on Jacoby real quick though too. I think a good portion of this concern to me, honestly, is much ado about nothing.
It is right. I agree. 1,000%.
There is no concern. We're just talking about.
We're talking about one game.
I'm gonna say this with all due respect too. If you look at his numbers, he still pretty much is about what he's been getting every game. He's literally, we can say maybe about 4 incompletions. And if he get those completions, he's hitting his averages. He's hitting his number. He's not going to have a 300-yard passing game. We're not asking him to. You know what I'm saying? And he's not getting it. He's averaging about 180 yards a game. He wasn't too far from that. And so I think even when we have this outstanding game this weekend, he's going to pretty much hit his averages because it's going to speak to what we're going to do in the run game. I do not feel in any shape, form, or fashion that Alabama State will contain or slow down our rushing attack. We're going to do what we do because our O-line is going to dictate it for us to do that. Defensively, we're going to do what we do. Our defense is better than theirs. But even from a passing standpoint, the one thing I can say for us that I can't say for them is Jacoby got a 300-yard game in him. He's capable of doing that. They don't have a threat of doing so.
You don't think so?
Not at all.
He been close.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
But to that though.
And I'm gonna go on record right now. You're gonna have an outstanding game from Day Bright. You're gonna have a locked in K5. I'm telling you, this team is gonna be up for this team this weekend. This Jackson State Tigers team is gonna be up to clinch in Montgomery this weekend.
Yeah, we agree with that. I do want to say this one more thing, and I'll be done with that. I'm going off of memory, TD, and Zoe and Corey. I want to say Jacoby had about 3 or 4 passes that he threw away just because of whatever. Pass interference on Jamil. We all jumped down the referee's throat because that was a pass interference. It was a pass interference. Another one where he was saying, remember that it was really like a pass interference on the ball that he threw to Isaiah. It was like far, but the guy was kind of tugging at him. So it was a lot of that type stuff, man. When what I was saying was, damn, bro, when you go to the first part of the game, I want to say he was like 2 for 9 or some shit, 2 for 10, because it was just a lot of goofy stuff. And then finally he got his rhythm, and then toward the back end of it, then it's like, but that game was not up to his standard. That's what I'm talking about. The standard I'm using is his own. That's why I say it was an off game. He just kind of it was an off game. Let me remind you of one thing. Go back to the Mississippi Valley game when Shador was playing. We won 28-19. That was a real janky ass game because it's just for some reason we just play Valley and we sometimes goofy stuff happens. You just got to win the game. That's how we play. That's all I'm saying about that. But what I'm saying is, I think going into this game, I think he's gonna be locked and loaded, man. And I expect to see him throw for about over 200. Honestly, I expected him to have a 200 plus game. And don't be shocked if he got a 300-yard game. Don't be shocked, because if they try to take away the rushing attack, I don't think we hit 200 yards rushing in this game. Possibly, maybe 175, 180, close to 200 as a team, but I say that now. I got to go back and look at I got to go back and look at the personnel again, man. So don't quote me on it. And then I'm gonna say this too, because I'm glad you're on here, Corey, because we may not have a show at all Wednesday because of StreamYard tripping. We may just wait till the end of the week to come back on. So let them figure out what they got going on with this platform. And his standard is high. He's a 65% passer. All I'm saying is I was talking about the percentages. I don't like throwaways and bad stuff, you know what I mean? Because it skews your numbers. And I'm also on the record. I want him to be over 2,000 passing yards because I really want him to win Offensive Player of the Year. I don't want them to do no goofy shit. You know how the SWAC do some of that goofy shit where we can win out and they give it to somebody else? Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this, TD. Who else you probably not you to ask that question, answer the question. My question is, let's say we do finish out 10-2. Jacobian gets over 2,000 passing yards, right? Let's look at the stats right now. He gets to 20 touchdowns. So let's say he gets to 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2,200 yards. Aaron Mulligan sitting at 1,100.
13.
Who does the SWAC give Offensive Player of the Year to?
And they probably not gonna consider that what game and a half he didn't play.
Yes, they will.
I mean, it qualifies him because he's still at, no,
they won't consider. I'm saying he'll get considered, but they're going to take into account that they'll have to because of the carries are going to show it,
or somebody else. You telling me that you telling me that UAPB or Richardson win? Okay, my question is, if we're 10-2,
no.
If we're 10-2 and we win the East,
no.
They probably get what Hagan did as far as being on a caliber team like UAPB. The numbers that he put up for that. He put up some numbers to be on what are they 2?
Has that ever happened though?
Can't do that.
Irv
Can't do that.
I'm telling you, Irv will win it.
You got to go with Irv, man. He's been the most consistent, most dominant player week to week throughout the season. Now, if you factor in the fact that he missed a couple games, and he actually got out to a slow start. He had a pitch count. He probably still has a pitch count, but he had a lower number as far as attempts per game. And where he's going to finish off, you got to give it to him.
And so, without mentioning the game, to Cora's point, without mentioning the game, that's when you go to the number of carries. When you go to the number of carries, and where he's going to end up, and with touchdowns, and Irv doesn't have a fumble. Doesn't have a fumble. So that's going to be strong. Man, Jason, that's going to be strong to sit here and be like, he might end up with like 140 carries. The guy ended up with 1,300 yards, and let's say he ended up with 14 touchdowns.
When do that award come out? Do that award comes out after the SWAC championship or before?
After.
Okay.
Or it's the week. It's either the week of. I think it's the week of the SWAC championship game, or the week after, or the day after. One of the two.
And I'll tell you another thing. So y'all know how when a referee miss a call and he'll give you a makeup call. Guess what? Yeah. The SWAC, they owe Irv. They snubbed him at the beginning of the year. So if it's even close, they got to give it to him because.
Let me ask y'all this: does Jacobian hit 2,000 passing yards?
Oh yeah.
In the next 4 games?
Yeah. I'm just talking about regular season. I ain't
regular season. I'm about to say.
Yeah. Over the next 2 games.
Yeah.
3.
So they need 3.
So that's 180 a game. That's 180 a game.
Yes.
182 a game.
Yes.
I want Jacobian to have a 5 touchdown, 350, 400 yard game just to throw a finger sign at it. Like, take this. But no, the problem that hurts a quarterback like him is the fact that he can run the ball and the fact that you got a damn running back like Irv. It doesn't hurt you. It's just, I'm saying, like, it's going to skew the stats. I'm gonna give y'all one more other stat that's also a skew in the offensive stats. Special teams.
For sure.
Special teams is taking away a lot of opportunities because we starting in very favorable field position every game.
Yeah, those are the hidden yardage. But also, even just like we mentioned about Irv Mulligan, we said the same thing about Jacobian. Jacobian, by all accounts, had them playing 2 games. If you factor in the amount of time played.
That's facts.
2 games he didn't play. So again, if you factor in the same average on yardage, he would have 2,000 yards right now, or right at it, right now.
What y'all make out of the gentleman who's on the call asking about the other? What was that all about?
What
was that, Perry?
Yeah.
What did he ask?
Not Perry White. I'm saying the gentleman that's on the SWAC call. He was like, we gonna see Cam. Jacoby's our quarterback. I ain't make no problem.
Was that a guy from Cam's hometown? It may have been a local guy from Cam's hometown.
Perry. I forgot his name. Not Perry White, but
I talking about he always come on. He's somewhere in Florida.
From where?
He's somewhere in Florida. Nah.
Okay. I don't know, man.
Perry Daniels. Perry Daniels.
There you go. That's just like, what the hell kind of question is
Just
that?
out of the blue, out of nowhere.
Everybody asks that question. Been 6 games.
But yeah, to somebody they said, look, shout out to Zai, man. Zai came in cold, hit Eric Simmons on the tug. That was beautiful, man.
Eric Simmons, that's our guy in the chat.
And guess what else? I could even say this. I mean, we can go to the Alabama State game. You know, football's a game of attrition. What happens if the quarterback for Alabama State gets hurt?
Oh, they got the 4th string back. They got 2 of them.
Okay.
But the 4th string ain't this kid, though. This kid was a wide receiver convert that's actually playing well. I think this kid is better than every quarterback that hit the field, with the exception of Andrew Body.
I mean, do the same thing Body do.
Just saying. Healthy body on this team is better. But they lost Holtzclaw, who's their leading rusher as well. But Kinsey and the other Harris, I think they both very certain. Harris is a big back, man. A big back. But anywho, we'll finish up with this, man. Speaking of Irv and Evan, we looking forward to more Tigers getting their invitation over to HBCU Legacy Bowl, man. Looking forward to this. This is gonna be a fun one, man. This is gonna be a fun one. I think we're gonna have. I love to see Towns Blue. Definitely Kurt Ford. They say it's Guthrie, Robert McDaniel. Man, they really could give us 7 or 8 players in this game, man. They really could, but I don't know if they're gonna give us that many. Be interesting. Y'all playing golf next week? Friday, Pete. Hey, we might need to look at this, man. Interesting. But anywho, man, that's pretty good.
Get my Tiger Woods on.
Tiger who? Tiger Woo. I like he.
Ooh, I like him.
I'll be out there looking like Charles Barkley.
That's TD though. TD done already that position is claimed. TD got to watch this thing, man. Harris is from Jackson. That's right. He is from Jackson. That is true. But I wanted to mention him. They got a serviceable team. This is all I'm gonna say about that team, man. I didn't think that this team they're playing. Alabama State is playing about what I thought they would play with the talent that they have. I mean, he kind of doing a TC Taylor in his own way, building that team up with a lot of local Alabama talent, man. They just play hard, man. They play hard. They're a tough-nosed, gritty-ass team, just like they coach. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is all I'm gonna say, and I'm pretty much done with it. I just think you have to account for a team that knows that the livelihood of their season is on the line. So they're gonna be coming out there fired up, trying to beat us, bro, because they know that if they lose this game, their season is cooked.
I think this is a great time to incorporate screenplays. Aggressive defense.
You like that screen that he threw to Isaiah? Or no, Dupree? Jailbreak?
Yeah, man. I mean, they
I don't like that screen pass that he threw to who was that he threw that ball? Travis Terrell, that long sideways.
I ain't never like that.
I don't like them.
But yeah, I'm talking about a screenplay with some offensive lines in front of them. Whether it's left, right, or with a tight end screen in the middle, or running.
TD, watch that play. You watch the game. Now it's the
jailbreak. This time to play. I mean, we don't run many screens though.
Not to the running back.
Right.
Running back. We don't run none to the running.
If we run enough of them, you know what's been happening when we were running them? Yeah, they weren't getting completed.
No, we don't have a running back.
I ain't seen it.
Not the wide receiver screen that they moved to the slot. We don't throw it. We don't have a running back screen.
I'm talking about when you got offensive line out in front of you, prepared to block.
Let me say this though, because I gotta mention Evan, and I'm gonna mess with him on this. Go back and watch that play, that screen pass to Dupree. Man, Evan and Towns Blue were running down the field, and the guy. This is the only thing. Evan literally was right there by the dude, and he ran past the guy, and the guy that he ran past was the guy that actually made the tackle. That play could have went way longer, but he just was kind of running down the field. He wasn't really blocking nobody. He was just running.
You know what? Since you say that too, man, shout out Kirk Ford, man. Keep doing
pancakes.
Hey, this is a question. I was talking to Vaughn. I don't mind saying I was talking to Vaughn today. Thoughts on this line, man? This line is we losing Kirk Ford. We're gonna lose Towns Blue. We're gonna lose Evan Henry.
You said thoughts on the line as far as next year or this year?
Yeah, I just love Coach Manning, man, coming in, grabbing these guys and really elevating their performances, man, on the field. But losing those three, I think is going to be critical.
It would be a whole lot more critical if we weren't playing a lot of the young guys that we played this year.
Right. Mason Barton been doing his thing.
Man,
Quay.
They're going to be fine.
Well, the biggest thing you're losing is their leadership. But as far as players stepping in from a talent standpoint, I think what position do you least like? Do you least see from high school to college play immediately? The quarterback, and what would you say is the other position? The offensive line. How many true freshman offensive linemen do we have playing that have played significant minutes this year, started, and then going back to last year, Quay as well? That's unheard of. We got Mason Barton. Who else? We got
Bam Williams.
Yeah, Bam Williams played this year. Mason Barton played this year. We had one more O-line. The kid from Texas.
Devin Love.
Devin Love played this year. That's 3 right now.
You know how hard it is to an old lineman and play immediately.
But Devin and Ziggy are going to be redshirt freshmen. Mason won't, because Mason is actually in the rotation.
Play to me.
He. But I just want to listen. I'm just looking at this team, and we pretty much done. But I was kind of just Valley gave us a snapshot because I do want to say this, man. The running back room, man. Nate Blunt looked great, man. He looked good out there, man.
Nate and Kobe.
And Kobe Borkin, man. Woo! Listen, let me say this, and I got to say
the future.
Nate Blunt, man.
I hope. And now I didn't put this on the screen tonight, but y'all saw that ruling by the NCAA. Listen, they reducing them rosters, man. It's gonna be a trickle down. So I'm gonna just say this for all the folk that, it was some rumblings. I'm gonna put it out there. There was some rumblings after that game. Parents can be a bit, don't be so quick to run to that portal, man. We got a program, coaches are developing, and I understand you see somebody like a Travis Terrell, true freshman. There's always going to be 1 or 2 true freshmen that's going to get their play. Isaiah Spencer, Quay with those guys. Ahmad Miller with those guys last year. Travis Terrell and who else did we mention? Mason Barton. Those are those guys. There are some KJ Chisholm. There are some guys right now that are not playing just because of the position they're in. D-line is one of them.
Thank you.
D-line is one of them, okay? Running back is another one. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that the players that are there doesn't have a talent, but when you have an Irv Mulligan, Irv's going to be gone after this year. You see what I'm saying? Hell, our DB room is gone. I think stays Cam Smith and B.J. Washington because everybody else gone. Rob McDaniel, Dede Bright, K1, AJ Petty. I'm just saying we have an entirely new DB room with KJ. We'll bring back whatchamacallit, 25.
Hawkins.
We'll bring back Hawkins. Jamal Hawkins.
Chisholm.
I also met the parents of Higgins, Josh Higgins. Shout out to the grandparents of Josh Higgins. If you guys are watching, I don't know if they'll be watching on Twitter, but I met them. But just the talent. Reek got to get healthy. I think he's hurt. That's why you hadn't seen him. But the point that I'm making is the coaches are going to be recruiting a lot of talent to come in here, and just be prepared, man. You got a lot of it's going. Drew Thompson is gone. John Brown is gone. I was just sitting there looking at senior day. I said, "Good gracious, wow, we got a lot of seniors."
So I want to add one thing to that point too, because I've been hearing. I heard a comment over the weekend where someone was saying, backups are backups for a reason. I said, yeah, for all these other teams, that don't apply to Jackson University. When you have the number 1 ranked recruiting class, a top 5 recruiting class in the country, year after year after year, they're not backups for a reason. It took almost like they aren't good enough to get in the field. That's what that quote was saying. Like they aren't good enough to get on the field. We don't have that problem. I mean, when you talk about again, we stated early in the year, no other HBCU has a running back room that Jack State has. It ain't even close. Now you're talking about Kobe Borkin. You're talking about Nate Blunt. You're talking about Mike Smith, who's a running back that's not playing at DB. You're seeing, serious playing time at DB. Like I told you guys in December of last year, this freshman class will be the foundation for this new regime at JSU going forward. And as I stand, for all the people who are watching right now, we have 11 commitments presently as I speak right now. No other, not HBCU, no other.
Interesting to see that early signing class, though. Go ahead, Corey.
No other FCS program has that right now. So as it stands, and Corey can vouch, we're probably going to have the number one ranked recruiting class in the country again. If not number one, number two. No other HBCU is doing what we're doing from a recruiting standpoint. It ain't happening. So to sit here and say, oh, back for a reason, that don't apply to us. And for those recruits, they see the product on the field because freshmen are playing at Jack State and making a difference.
Guys, we have 11, but there's some other guys who are ready to commit too. Some other guys who are ready to commit too. We're actually kind of in the driver's seat as far as who we're going to take instead of just taking anybody.
I just go back to that ruling. I read the whole article, Corey, that you put in the chat. Was that you that dropped it in the chat this morning, TD? That article is about this new ruling with the NCAA. So I think the FBS schools are able to carry 121 players on the roster on and they were able to have like red shirt. They're going to drop that down to 105. So they were given a scenario how one young lady who was committed to Penn State, been committed to Penn State for quite some time, they had to go back and tell them that they can't take them because a lot of these kids at the FBS and at the Power 4 level, it's going to trickle down. So all I'm saying is that if you got a kid that's playing D1 balls in the SWAC or MEAC or something to that effect, don't be too quick to think you just go. Now you thought the portal was bad. The portal going to get way more crowded now. So and coaches will have to pick it a little to recruit. And I think that bodes well for the FCS schools, man. So
they pushed that limit up 20 spots up from the 85 singular scholarship spots. They pushed it up to 105. No longer having any walk-ons. No way having any extra fillers. It's going to be a set number of 105, which is just 20 additional scholarships. But again, we don't know what's going to happen next month because there's like a little rumblings out here that they may actually do away with scholarships. So, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
And as of right now, it's they're going to drop the new max for football would be 105. It was initially 121. For baseball, it was 42. It'll be now 34. For women's soccer, it was 31. It'll be 28. Men's soccer, it was 32. It'll be 28. Men's wrestling was 35. It'll be 30. Men's basketball was 16. It'll now be 15. Lacrosse was 52. Damn, they got 52 lacrosse. Oh, anyway.
This is line pavement.
Now they're going to drop that down to 48. Men's golf was 10. They're going to drop that down to 9. And men's hockey was 20, actually 28 and a half. They're dropping that down to 26. The point that I'm making is that gap in availability of scholarships and opportunities, guess what? That Jackson State, that Alabama State, that FAMU, those offers going to get real sexy to some schools and some kids that's playing that now. You can take as many official visits as you want, but that don't mean you're going to be able to get on that roster, man. And they only going to keep the best of the best because they're going to be paying them. So just get ready, man. Get ready to invest in this collective. Get ready to the coaches that can recruit the best and put the best strategy in place will be the ones that'll be able to stay on top. So I like our chances where we are, man.
Sounds like TC Taylor to me.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think signing day for this early signing period is December the 4th. So SWAC championship December the 7th, I want to say.
December 7th.
The 4th is that Wednesday. Yep. And I plan on being in Jackson.
And that's the and that's the only signing period.
No signing period in February?
They canceled it.
Damn. I gotta get used to all these changes, man, because it's gonna get real crazy around here. I'm saying it's gonna be good for us when I first thought that, it wasn't gonna be. I'm just telling you, look, that 85 that we can stretch to 105 is gonna get real sexy, man. It's gonna be a lot of kids looking for opportunities. So I said that to say this because I did see some some stuff, man. If you got a kid, man, that's already on scholarship, that's at a program, man, parents do not get in your kid's ear. And you do what you want to do. I know it's your kid, but these parents that get in their kid's ear, man, and push them. I'm gonna say this because I can. Love, I go back and look at the players that left Jackson State. Corey, what percentage would you say players that have left the program? Not it ain't even personal to a Jackson State thing, that have actually left and gone on to and I ain't talking about it from a Deion standpoint. When you look at it, Javante Rucker left. He's doing well at Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Martin. He's a leading receiver. He's leading wide receiver for their team. Dede getting playing time with Florida Atlantic, but they're not good. They're not a good team though. Tony Odor doing well though. I gotta say that he's doing well in Vegas, UNLV. They say arguably he's one of their best, probably best defenders. I was like, damn. So, but the point that I'm making is, it's a crapshoot. You know what I mean? Young kids that's playing behind in a loaded room. I'll send y'all what I'm talking about specifically. I didn't share it, but I saw it just like I hope they don't mess with that. But we'll see what happens. So, but I'm excited about this team, man. Let's go handle business this weekend. Get Corey, both y'all gonna make it to Montgomery?
The pastor knows word.
I'll be there.
Cool deal. Well, we looking to roll out on Friday, man. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yes, sir.
Gotta get to the Jack, roll out on Friday. Get on down there, get ready. It's gonna be a crap. Hey man, holler at your boy, Corey. Shout out to Dennis Driscoll, by the way. Dennis was our guy over in Jackson. Man.
Yeah.
Dennis, don't try to screw us, Dennis. Now, don't you do that. I know Travis is over here. I know. He gonna take care of us. I know.
I talked to him last week. It's all good.
We in there like swimwear, huh? Cool deal. Well, man, that's all I got, man. Y'all got anything else? This is a long one. So listen, it's still YouTube still jacked up. I don't know if I can't guarantee we'll be on Wednesday. Probably just gonna let the system do what it do. And then if not, we'll just let StreamYard get caught up and we may either be back on. We're not gonna do a show Friday, I can tell you that now. We drive down, get something to eat. We definitely be on Saturday morning. So that'll give us a little time. We may do one Friday, a little short one, just to come on with some thoughts. I don't know, man. We gotta let this StreamYard do what it do, man. And hell, if Twitter, we got more people watching on Twitter than we ever.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah.
Look, hey, everybody that's watching on Twitter, I need y'all to go to the YouTube page and hit the subscribe button. Also, go to Tiger Talk TV. I need you to go to Tiger Talk TV on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Go to KC-1400 Media on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We only get 1,000 viewers when there's some bullshit in the air.
Yeah.
Ain't no BS. We just talking football. We love that. We're happy that y'all are tuned in. But y'all got to do us a solid, man. Go on over there and hit that subscribe button, turn your notification bell on. So anytime we drop content, if you like the content, watch it. Don't skip the ads. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we get down, man. But appreciate everybody for tuning in.
I thought it was because of me. I was feeling special.
Hey, it has a lot to do with you. It did. Trust me. Don't. It got a lot to do.
Exactly what I thought, Corey.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but no, it's all good. It's all love.
You know, Twitter is a Twitter is a different animal. I can't see. I don't. How are y'all? I guess they are still able to leave comments on Twitter. I guess you can. It's just a little different way of watching. So everybody that I sent the link to in the chats and stuff, they did actually. They were able to watch it. Al B said he can watch, but he can't respond.
Okay.
He vouched for you, Corey. For
I was waiting on that comment, Al B. I know you had my back. It's all good.
He said you are batting 1,000. You know what I'm saying? But just wanted to make sure I got that out there, man. But anywho, y'all got anything? Whatever. Anybody got anything else before we get up out of this joint? Good stuff tonight, man. Good stuff.
Follow the show and tell every Tiger that you know. That's all I got.
Hey, man, TD, them golden fish shirts, man. We pulled. Hey, for everybody, we pulled the pre-order. Get with bro on anything after that. Hoodie season coming. I'm just waiting on the damn weather to break. It ain't cold.
It's not a cold game this year.
can't even wear hoodies now. So I'm delaying the designs and everything, man. Listen, if you asked for Ken, I wonder why you were not on YouTube, man. Bro, we were on YouTube tonight, and I'm telling y'all, it just said all of a sudden StreamYard was like, we having an issue connecting to YouTube. So maybe it's
exclamation point on it.
It still got one up there, and I removed it 3 or 4 times, man, and added it back, and it's still doing the same thing. So I don't know. I may test it out sometime in the middle of the week to see if you guys can see me. So be on the lookout for that, man. But if you ordered a the standard hoodie, man, those are pretty much a B that they're shipping to me this week. So go on the website, buy your hoodie, man. All right, Phil. Go ahead.
I get what y'all saying. So people still asking for t-shirts. I told them we just got to put them on the website.
Yeah, well, once you with the inventory, we'll update the inventory. You buy and they can go out there and check it out. Ain't no big deal.
All right,
everybody, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for hanging in there with us, man. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Joe might have to look at another platform, man. Might have to look at another StreamYard. Been tricked. Corey, you been having issues with StreamYard?
No, I haven't. This is the first issue I've seen. I didn't know about this.
I know it had some. Are we doing a show in Vicksburg next Friday? Yes, yes. I just thought about that. We supposed to be live from Johnny's Bistro in Vicksburg next Friday. Yeah. More to come on that.
J-State show in Alcorn territory. I like it.
That's our territory.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's JSU territory too. I think
Shout out to the Vicksburg Warren chapter. They the ones leading the charge on this event. Matter of fact, I before I get out of here, y'all can run, but I still gotta drop that. That's the event right there. Vicksburg, man. Big event coming up. Got a lot of traction over the weekend. Shout out to Kevin Dent gonna Dent's rolling to Montgomery with us. Looking forward to that ride. Obviously, you guys know our sponsors and everything, so I won't. But this event coming up January 11th, man. So this man, Vicksburg, our territory, man. I know they got some Alcorn Knights over there in that area, but we do our thing, man. He said, let me know when to spread the word. Yeah, I'll get with Dub tomorrow, and we got to get with Mr. Johnny, who owns it, and really try to logistically make it make sense. I think we can still get over there, do the show, and head back. I should be able to do that. That shouldn't be a problem. I don't know. I may stay the night. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out offline, bro. Figure out what we need to do. I normally don't stay down there, but if we're gonna do a show, more than likely it's gonna be probably 7 p.m. And if it's 7 p.m., we get done around 9, we can all go home. But to go home and then come back, it's Vicksburg, 30-minute ride. We can do it. It ain't no big deal. So we need everyone outside the chat, get them tables. All right. Anywho, anybody got anything else before we close out?
Diallo, go Tigers.
Yeah, I love go
Tigers. Gotta come pop up you gotta pop up periodically, man. Whenever you get a chance, man, pop up on this thing. Go to Tiger Talk TV, hit the subscribe button, man. Follow the boom sessions, band sessions with the boom. Got a lot of content coming down the pipe on that, man. All right, everybody. Appreciate everybody.
All right, fellas.
All right,
family.
Peace out, everybody.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.
Hello, I'm Kevin Dent, Jackson State University, safety, Canton, Ohio. Today I'm being inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to KC-1400 Media Group for giving me this platform to introduce me to this stage. I'd like to thank them, thank Jackson State and Jackson State family. Go Tigers.